I'm Callum, I'm 18 years old and I'm from New Zealand. I'm in Milan for 1 year and I really wanted to learn Italian because I figured if I'm here then I may as well. I found International House by looking online for a few different options when it came to language schools or international language schools. I looked with my parents before I came to Italy because we knew that I wanted to learn. So we looked online and found a few different places, and International House seemed like the most professional place to go to with still like a fair distance and the overall just the most convenient and most professional. So my experience with International House so far has been brilliant. I've been here for 4 weeks in March and I did the first course of level 1. I'm now doing the second course. I took four weeks off after that. I'm doing the second course, level 2, and I've learned so much that I surprised myself. I am hanging out with friends of my host sister and I understand almost everything they say, whereas in comparison to when I first arrived I could understand absolutely nothing. It was very frustrating, but I find the lessons here are very good in making sure you break down the basics first and then build on that, and that's really helped. And so I've learned a lot and I'm understanding almost everything, speaking a bit, and yeah, it's a lot faster than I expected, so it's been brilliant. The most difficult thing to become used to when I came to Milan was probably how fast people speak and the way they speak. I think it's very different, especially from New Zealand, where everyone's pretty casual and chilled out and laid back. A lot of people in Italy are quite, they come across as being a bit aggressive. They're not, but they come across as being a bit aggressive. So it was a bit hard to get used to how fast everyone speaks and not really understanding what they wanted or what they were saying or the way they were trying to say it. It was hard, but I'm definitely becoming used to it now. So here I have 3 teachers which I switch in between depending on the days and the weeks. Sometimes I have Alberto, who is the head of the school. I have Elena and Cristina, I have half of the week with Elena and half of the week with Cristina. All those guys are really awesome. I started off with only Elena for the first 2 weeks of my course. She's amazing. She's very good at making sure I comprehend everything that is going on and making sure that I fully understand the lesson and why we need to learn these things. Christina is exactly the same, very good. We do a lot of speaking in our class, and if it's just me in the class, because sometimes it is only me, it's very good to have those one-on-one conversations and just spend most of the lesson speaking so we can work on actual situations and where I would need to comprehend and speak. So it's very good. I enjoy their teaching a lot. My thoughts on the special lessons that we do on Fridays are, it's really awesome. It's a great way for people who live in Milan who haven't seen much of the city to go and experience the cultural sides of what's going on as well. So on Fridays we go and we might go and see a church and have a tour of what's going on, or we went to a castle once. We've been to some universities, we've been to some crazy cool historical and cultural sites and things that I didn't know about and things that even the people I live with didn't think to show me because it wasn't what they thought was good. But it's really interesting for somebody who doesn't come from Italy or Milan especially to experience all of those things. So I think the special lessons on Friday are really awesome. I love them. I think the facilities here at IH are brilliant. I think everything is very clean and it makes you feel comfortable. The computer systems, the way the classrooms are set out, the way the lessons are run, it's all very organized and it's not stressful at all. I came in after 2 weeks and I felt like I was coming to a place I knew well, and so I was comfortable coming in, having a coffee from the machine, waiting 5 minutes before my lesson and going into the lesson and getting it done, and Yeah, I think comfortable is probably the best word to describe it. It's comfortable. My thoughts on Milan as a city is, I love this place. I've lived here for 3 months now, and it's a completely different situation to where I come from. I come from a town of 7,000 people, and I'm moved to a city of over 1 million. And so it's definitely a crazy experience. I've never lived in a city before. I live in a little country town. So I love it here a lot. I've made lots of friends through my host sister and my host family, and I think the entire vibe that Milan has is just really nice. I think there's a lot of good people here, and there's a lot of culture. There's the Duomo, there's the castles, on the outskirts of Milan, there's all of the trees and big fields and everything like that. So you really get the best of both worlds when it comes to Milan. I think it's a really brilliant city. So when it comes to going out, I really enjoy it. I think the nightlife in Milan is very lively. If you go to the right places, then you can find some really cool spots. Navili, next to the canals, is brilliant. It's always busy, but that's because it's so good. Aperitivo is awesome. It's really cool. You pay a bit more than you usually would for a drink, and then you get a meal with it. You can go, usually it's either a buffet or like a set meal that they'll give to you, but it's great. It's really great. I love it. I would definitely recommend International House to anybody who's watching. I think it's a brilliant place where you learn a lot. There's some very amazing people who work here. They're all making sure everyone feels comfortable and making sure that your speaking and your learning is progressing as fast as you can, but also at a rate which you're comfortable with. So I think anyone who's considering to come to the school or considering to move to Milan and wants to learn the language, I think this is a great option, because I, for one, have learned more than I would have ever imagined in such a short amount of time, and I feel so comfortable in this city now. So yeah, International House is a great place, and I think you should definitely attend.